Guess we're gonna do this thing. Are we live?
Yeah.
Hey, hi everybody.
I didn't get a notification.
No notifications?
Oh, here we go. We're
Did you
live.
get a notification? Hey, turn that off.
Whoops.
Oh, I got a notification too. That's good.
Yeah,
So
we're
we are
good.
working. That's,
Yes.
Congratulations. Good.
Hey, happy Monday.
I just did the exact same thing you did.
Turn it down.
That's my karma right there. I got it. So that's good. All right. So welcome everybody. This is our first official episode, I guess.
Yep,
right?
episode 1.
So episode 1, and we did our intro last week just to let everybody know what was going on here. So that was all good.
Yep.
Just to reiterate, in case you missed the last one, I am the co-host here, Jonathan Bahai. I am the president of Enter the Bunker, owner of the Bert Diefen Bunker, and Kelly?
And I'm Kelly Cadell. I'm a host, like Jonathan said, for this show. My role did change. I did say that last week too, I think. I am now production assistant and co-host. So welcome again and happy Monday.
Happy Monday. So what did you do this weekend?
I set the pool up for the boys. Yeah, they're pretty excited. They'll be home tomorrow to be able to play in that. What else did we do? Oh, we took a drive out to Lowland Gardens in Great Village.
Nice.
Got some plants, yeah. It was a good weekend, pretty low key.
Interesting, because
What'd you
I actually did the same thing where I blew up the pool
Nice.
for the kids, first time this season.
Yep,
Because it's starting to warm up, right? And it was
is.
actually nice and sunny this weekend. So
they've
it was
been
good.
asking too. So.
Yeah. I planted 3 trees over the weekend. Yeah.
I seen that. What? Lilacs.
Yes.
Yes, that's my favorite flower actually.
Yes. So
That and a daisy.
there's 3 of those going across our yard. I need to plant 1 more. I underestimated how many we were going to need back there, but we'll have those. And just before that, I planted an apple tree.
Nice.
And we've got
What kind of apples?
Gee, I don't know.
You'll know when they grow, won't
Yeah, I'll find out one day.
you? Yeah.
And then we took a drive out to Tanamagush.
Oh, nice. That's a nice drive.
Yeah, we were looking around out there, and I decided to go out for a little stroll and to go down by the waterfront.
Yeah.
And I went out with Renio, and then I came out, and I'm not kidding you, my legs had a dozen fleas all over them.
Fleas.
Sand
fleas.
Aren't they the ones that have little legs out of them and everything?
Yeah.
They're really tiny.
Yeah, sand fleas maybe. Were you
So-
down on the sand?
We were down by the sand.
Okay.
I didn't sense anything when I was down there, but when I got back to the car, I looked down and they're all over me, and they bit pretty good. It's still itchy. They freaked me out.
Did you take the drive out through the 311 or Wentworth Way?
Wentworth for sure. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so beautiful, right?
It is.
Especially now, everything's all bloomed and green and everything, so it looks really, really nice. So
Yeah.
I think, it was. I think my youngest is really into nature, so
He loved
enjoyed
it.
He loved that. Yeah.
Good.
But Tanamagush is really nice.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of thinking about looking for some kind of a summer place there or something.
Yeah, there's that museum there you could take the kids to too in the summers. It's the Anne Frank. She's the giant.
Oh,
Yeah, and there's a museum and it has a bunch of all sorts of things in it. You'll have to check it out.
cool. I will look for it next time.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyways, so this episode is about. Tell them.
Facts and fiction of the bunker.
Yeah, and we're going to
Yeah.
do some Mythbusters too. So I guess I'll just ask Jonathan some questions here. We'll get started. So tell me, why do you have a bunker?
Why do I have a bunker? Oh boy.
The question everyone's dying to wonder, why he has a bunker.
Why do I have a bunker? Well, I like to say it's because I knew all of this was coming, and I'm totally smart, and I got ready, right? I got prepared. I knew there was I knew 2020 was going to be just like this,
Yeah.
so I got a bunker, right? So no, actually, it's really funny. I got the bunker back a long time ago, back in 2012. Actually, is when I acquired the bunker. It was a bit of a long story. I'm not going to get into the details of it. Originally, I was living out in Ontario. I had a hosting business. I moved out here to move my hosting business into the bunker because I saw an opportunity for creating data hosting that was extra secure. So that was something I was interested in. And lo and behold, I ended up owning the whole place. After that, there was a period where we were not just doing data hosting, but I was trying to figure out, I guess that's your next question, isn't it? What am I going to do with it?
What did you use it for?
What do you use it for? Okay. So this place is 64,000 square feet, right?
Yeah.
So it's so big. I mean, it was designed for 350 people to survive in chemical, biological, or nuclear fallout. And what's interesting is that this place actually, when it was shut down, it's fully intact, right? Like it's not like the other like the only other bunker that's out there is Karp Diefenbunker, right? And so when they were shut down, they got completely gutted. Like operationally speaking, it's no longer a bunker, right? But here at the De Burt Diefenbunker, when it got decommissioned, it still kept all of its, like our entire engine room is fully functional.
And our control panel.
Our control panels are still here, right? So we're actually fully functional as a nuclear fallout shelter still. So that's really cool. But when I first got it, my main business as an entrepreneur was in data hosting. So I was trying to think of ways to use it for that specifically. But then as I moved forward, I was trying to think about, okay, well, how can we really use the rest of the space? Because it's just so big. It's not like the data hosting portion of what we use here at the bunker is roughly 2,300 or 2,500 square feet, right? Like that's the code name. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the code name now. What's the code name of the room? Help me out here, Jake.
Bailey.
Oh no.
Who is that mythic figure?
Wait, what was the code name we're talking about again?
For the node. Yeah, the node. It was code name
Samson node?
Samson node. That's
Samsung
it.
node.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about a different one.
Okay.
Samsung node.
Yeah. So mythical Samson because he was indestructible.
Right.
So that's where we have our data center is in the Samson node.
Yeah.
So that's a very small portion of this entire facility.
Yeah, you said 2,500 square feet.
2,500 square feet and 64,000 square feet for the rest of the place. So,
yeah.
So I started to experiment over the years with different things. A lot of people know that we had a couple of paintball events here, a few times, right?
Airsoft.
And we had airsoft.
We still find little airsoft.
Lots of airsoft. Lots of those pellets are still showing up in my underwear. So so we did that for a few years, and then as time went on, we started to. I continued with my data business, and I started to get more into blockchain, right? So as that progressed, we then pushed towards more software development, and of course, then that's when we shifted towards actually opening the bunker up for historic entertainment.
For people.
For people.
For the public.
Yeah. So that's when a lot of people learned about Enter the Bunker for the first time.
Yeah.
Right? And that was just a few years ago. That was like 2018.
October 2018.
Yeah. So that's kind of the journey that we went through.
So when did you get the bunker though?
It was technically speaking, it was in May of 2013.
Okay.
Yeah, but it got a little dicey with some rigmaroles with legalities.
Okay.
But eventually we got through that. So it's
wonderful.
all good. Yeah.
All right. So we, I guess, are going to show some items from around the bunker. We have collected 3 items each. We're not going to go into crazy too much detail about these things. Well, Jonathan might, but I probably won't.
I'll make her.
All right, so let's bring over our first item. First aid kit for Jonathan.
Oh, that's my turn? Okay.
Sure,
All right.
you can go first.
I get to go first. All right, what do we got here, Jake?
That's the first aid kit we found in the vault of the bunker.
You found it in the vault in the bunker. That's right.
We thought it was good because we gave away first aid kit last time, the mom version, but this is like the military version.
This is the real deal. Yeah. So this is the kind you would have if you were actually at war and you're like on the field trying to save somebody's life. So this is actually an original from the 1950s. It's got all kinds of things in here, all the things you need to save lives of Canadian soldiers. So you can see here we got these little taggy things here that were original, like taggy things that were basically you just check off like, he
Bailey's here with the live camera too.
Yeah.
We can show her.
You can see here. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. So you can see like you would check off basically where he was hurt and so forth. Yeah. Then we have basically all the Emergency Health Services, Department of National Health and Welfare, giving the details of all the things that would go into one of these kits.
Cool.
Yeah. So this is an original, which
me
when
something.
I acquired the bunker, this was actually inside the vault. So clearly this was something that was very important to everybody in the military, ensuring that there was going to be a way to be able to take care of everyone. It's filled with dressings.
What's in the side pocket?
Side pocket.
Yeah.
It's just full right to the top.
What do we got here? Oh, look at this. So we got these health badges,
Iron badges.
arm badges. You want to put one on?
Yeah, sure.
You're going to save my life?
Sure.
You can only do it if you're going to save my life.
How do I put this on so it's going to go
Oh,
on
it's
straight?
stretchy. So it could accommodate either very
Small people?
very big people, very small people.
Nice.
There we go. I'm now a health medic.
There you go. Looks better on you.
Matches the green. Yeah. So yeah, actually, I would probably. You don't want to entrust me with your life. I'd be terrible at it. I'm sure I would fail because I have no practice. So yeah.
That's
so
way more in depth than the one we gave away last show.
yeah, this one will actually really help you if you got like a gaping wound or something, and the other one is basically like trying to put a Band-Aid on a gunshot. So
Yeah.
that's not good.
So that's cool.
Yeah, so we
Anybody
got
get
this.
any questions about the first aid kit?
We're gonna take questions at the end.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
We'll get if you got questions about the first aid kit.
We'll take them at the end.
We'll take them at the end. We'll be having live chats, so you can ask all the questions you like about everything we're talking about here. All right. So until
right.
then, that's a first aid kit, original, Canadian.
Woo!
It's what you want to have to be prepared. Yep.
I should have one of those. All right, my next item, or my first item, ooh. Okay, my first item is, let's move these over now. That's yours.
Which one's mine?
This one.
Okay.
Is an old Pepsi Cola bottle. So this we have actually found during renovations throughout the bunker. So we'll knock out walls and we find these hidden in walls. So we found some old beer bottles, like the short stubby ones, is actually an Olin's beer bottle that I had found. We found old bottles like this. We found old cigarette packages, old cereal boxes, old chip bags. So it's fun because where this was built so long ago, the people building it have left us surprises in the walls.
Tell them about the story we found that time. Remember someone wrote a letter in a bottle?
Right, so we actually found a letter in a bottle, and it was from one of the workers in the midst of the build. So the build took 5 years, and it was about 3 years into the build. They built that room up at the top floor, and he put the note in an old Olin's beer bottle and dated it. And we actually contacted his family, and we were able to let them know that we found that note. So that was pretty cool.
That was crazy. Yeah.
Yep. So our next item, Jonathan's going to do, and that is going to be.
Take your mug back.
All right. Yes, sir. The roll
Jake,
book.
come on. We're doing a show.
Oh, Geiger counter. We're doing Geiger
Oh,
counter.
we're doing Geiger counter. Okay. So this is a portable Geiger counter. It's the kind of Geiger counter you want to have when there is nuclear fallout,
Right.
because it will detect dangerous radiation. The thing about radiation is that it's invisible.
That one will do the area,
Yeah.
not a person.
So this will actually this is what you look for for the area. And actually it's picking up readings.
What?
Is going on? Why is it going Why is it going up
freaked me
when
out.
it's picking up radioactive readings here. What's going on?
He's a funny one.
Not joking. It just went up half a rand.
No, it
Like what's going on?
didn't.
So actually, if I put this to my screen, is there any old TVs used to pick up radiation? Am I picking up radiation from the computer? Nope. It is like there's readings, right?
That's freaky.
So nothing dangerous though.
We're in a bunker.
If you look here, you can see it's going up. I'm telling you, well, not much now, but it was going up much higher a second ago. So you want to, and it's doing that while it's off of all things.
So that'll come to our
So-
Mythbusters later. We'll get to that.
So we'll get to that. Circuit check.
Ghosts.
It's working good. Anyways, so the reason why you want to have one of these is because back in the day, if there was radioactivity, you needed to be able to know that it was safe where you were going. So this is the kind of thing you would use. There's other ones that I've seen before that are slightly smaller than this, and they come with like a little pen. All right, and this little pen, you'd be able to take a reading, stick the pen in this thing, and it would tell you whether there's dangerous radiation or not. So this is a portable Geiger counter, and it's excellent if there was nuclear fallout. Will there be nuclear fallout? We don't know.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Hopefully you don't have to use one of these. You certainly have bigger problems if you do. You're probably not watching us anymore if you do. So,
True story.
True, because what happens in nuclear fallout is that there's a giant electromagnetic pulse, and it's going to destroy all electronics, and then we don't have any communication grid anymore, which means we don't have a show anymore. That's a bummer. So hopefully you don't get caught with this. So that's our Geiger counter, and it took a big reading when I did that.
Oh my God.
Let's put that away.
All right, our next item is the
put that
roll
away.
call book. Snap
Jake,
to it.
Jake.
Just joking. Get your
Okay.
stuff together.
All right.
Oh, I call it a roll call book. It's actually a roll book, not a roll call. So,
Roll call.
roll call. All right, so this is the roll book. So when this was occupied by the military, they would have to come in and they would write in their name, exactly where they were going. They were given their key, and they weren't allowed any stops throughout their travel to the spot where they were going. So this is
what-
pretty cool that we have this.
What would happen if they did get caught going somewhere they weren't supposed to?
I don't know. What do you think would happen?
I think they'd be taken out and shot. That's what would happen. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I hope not.
This is a top secret nuclear bunker, right?
You're right.
Run by the military, right? People who built this thing didn't even know what they were building, right? So guys that worked here, if they weren't following the protocol and they couldn't be trusted to follow the protocol, they were taken out and shot.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah. Serious.
Follow the rules.
Follow the rules.
All right, so our next
Learn from
thing
Lego. Follow the instructions.
is a piece of the Berlin Wall. Here, guys, I'll get you to take some of this back too. I'll keep these.
Lysol wipes. We're sanitizing properly, watching our things with germs. Germs are bad. Stay away from germs, kids. They're bad.
All
Okay,
right.
so I have a piece of the Berlin Wall here. Is this how we got it?
Yeah. I've never opened it because it made me nervous. I was like, I don't think I should open that.
This has never been opened. Okay, well now I got to do it. Maybe I should check it with the Geiger counter before we do this. So, yeah. Anyways, maybe that's what was setting it off. We don't know. Okay, so I've opened this up. This is the unboxing of the Berlin Wall, everybody. And what is that? It's like some kind of crazy thing in a satin bag, like it's a hex or something. Like some witch put this in here and is trying to curse me. Oh my gosh. Okay, good news. It looks like it's just a piece of the wall. So we're safe, I think. Unless it's like radioactive, then I'm dead. All right, this looks original. Yes, this looks like an original piece of the Berlin Wall. Just so everybody.
Small. I was
It's-
expecting it.
Well, it's.
The box is only so big.
I know. Like, well, what do you expect? You wanted a brick or something? Like,
Yeah.
come on. Yeah. So the Berlin Wall was pretty drab looking, much like how life was when the wall was intact. It was drab. It was very, very bad, which is why it had to come down. And I believe here in Bible Hill, which is just Bible Hill is just not too far away from the bunker. I think it was like what, 20-minute drive.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah, so 20-minute drive away from here. There was actually a where is it? It's at the
I know it used to be on Prince Street.
it's that garden at the university.
Botanical
Alumni
garden?
Gardens?
Botanical?
Botanical, that's it.
Botanical gardens.
So the botanical gardens
But.
has 6 columns of the original Berlin Wall.
4, I think. Is it 6? I think it's 4.
I think it was 6.
Is it 6?
Is it 4? Have you guys seen it lately? If it has 4 or 6.
I think it was 4 on Prince Street.
I remember 4 on Prince Street.
Okay, so
We'll say 4 or
4 or
6.
I may be wrong, I may be right. We'll find out in the future.
Yeah.
But if, so maybe there were 6, maybe there's 6 of them. And this is so you can go there, you can check it out, and you'll be able to see that it was very similar to this.
They're way bigger, though.
Way bigger, though. It was a big enough wall to keep out an entire society. Now, what I'm hoping for, it used to be in Truro, like you said, like on Prince Street.
Yeah.
And then they moved to Botanical Corners, and truthfully, like, nobody really sees it anymore, right? It's like in the middle of nowhere. It's being out in the elements. I would love to be able to, like, protect that piece of history because, number one, it's a part of Cold War history. Number two, it actually is. I actually did some research. It turns out that collection is the second largest collection of the Berlin Wall in
That's cool.
all the world.
Wow.
Yeah, the only other one that's bigger than that, I think, is in Argentina.
Wow.
And that one
So how did we get it here?
So I don't know, like someone apparently had it, like the original owner, and then there was that whole thing with Prince Street, and they wouldn't keep it there anymore, so then they ended up moving it, he ended up giving it to the university, and then they were going to put it in Botanical Gardens, and we were supposed to pay the big tribute and everything else around it. I haven't seen that, though. Nobody knows it's there. But that's like a piece of history that we could have, like, available for everybody to come and see.
Yeah,
you know?
it's true.
So I don't understand, like, why we can't do that. I'd love it if somebody knows how to get in touch with me. I'd love to be able to help and be able to get a piece of this Berlin Wall back. Like, we can put it on display here at the bunker and be able to have it available for people next year, maybe, when we can open.
Yeah.
But yeah, so piece of Berlin Wall. Boom, 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 boom. Which one? Boom.
This one.
There we go. If you can see that. Yeah.
All right.
Ta-da.
So that's the Berlin Wall.
Berlin Wall. Oh, and old
Newspaper articles.
rancy newspaper, which may or may not contain disease, so I'll just put it back.
All right. And for the last object, I have a gas mask. So it's in this fancy thing. I guess you would have worn it as like a purse on your side, maybe. Not really sure.
Accessorize a gas mask. That's actually very vogue right now, I think. You need to consider.
So this would have been a filter that you put
Yes.
in the gas mask. That's in the little side pocket.
Is that N95?
There's nothing in the other side pocket, but let's see what's in here. That's just the gas mask. Oh yes, I've wore this before. It's on our social media. All right, so we got this.
Yeah.
Looks like it would hold propane or something.
Yeah, it looks like a propane canister, really.
But you would actually screw this onto this, and then you'd put the filter in there, and that would be your breathing mechanism. But we might as well try this on.
You gonna put it on?
Yeah, I'm just gonna wipe out the inside of it though with the Lysol wipes.
Oh, we're practicing good sanitary practices here at the bunker.
I'm like shaking right now.
Why?
I don't know.
It's not like
The cameras was so close onto me.
So this was for. So the reason you would want to wear this mask is because you can't breathe radioactive air, right?
Right.
Right.
Not
So
good.
we're saving you from being able to. We're saving you from taking in the radioactive air, which means. Do you think that this would protect you from the virus? Do you think?
I don't know. Let's wear it out in
I don't
public
know.
and find out.
I don't know.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready for this?
Are you
So-
gonna put the piece on it?
No.
No, she's too afraid.
We might ruin it. It probably still works.
Oh yeah, check it out. That looks totally like Aliens.
Should we put it on?
What was that episode of Aliens? Which one was Aliens with the humanoid alien ones? You know what I'm talking about? Come on, Brady, you must know what I'm talking about.
Sounds like
What?
something out of Star Wars.
I couldn't breathe.
Prometheus. You can't breathe in there.
Not with this thing. Watch.
There you go. Yeah, you can't breathe in these. That's how it protects you. It's life-saving. You okay? That's pretty
I
exciting.
had a pure panic moment. Okay, so this was the gas mask.
Okay.
Okay, we're done.
Prometheus. That's the name of the movie. Prometheus. So Prometheus, there were like the giant humanoid aliens before they became alien, like killed everybody in Alien. Does anyone know what I'm talking about here?
No, I'm still panicked.
You're good. You're inside the bunker. You're safe. You don't have to worry about this.
Okay, the gas mask is going back.
It's going back. Oh, back in the pick. Okay.
Yeah, in the bag.
In the bag.
All right, so that's it for our topics. Our items that we...
Those are the items. Those are the only items we're going to show you today. We may show you something else in the future. So if you want to catch that, gotta ding that bell, hit the subscribe button because you don't want to miss an episode. We
Do what you
may
gotta do.
show you some interesting things in the future. And
We
may
will
even,
show
we may
you
even
interesting
have we
things
may
in the
even have
future.
Kelly pass out actually from trying something on again. So.
Hopefully not.
Okay.
All right, so I guess our next segment will be Mythbusters.
Mythbusting.
Let's bust some myths.
We are going to bust some myths. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Woo!
That's happening. That's happening. All right.
Centered. All right, so I guess our first myth we're gonna. What is that? Go back to that for a second. Go back to that. Is it coming? Oh my god!
Oh my god! Sorry, guys. This is the first time we've seen this. Okay. Stay professional. Okay. All right, we're still live. Okay, let's do this.
What was that?
Let's bust some myths.
Oh, he's playing
All right.
it again. One second.
So who's Adam and who's
No, I'll just tell you. All right.
who's the other guy? Adam and Jamie. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Adam and
look at it.
Jamie. Yeah. So I'll be Adam because I'm the more technical like expert guy.
That was good.
Yeah, she can be Jamie. The big mustache.
The non-expert. Okay, so Mythbusters.
Okay, we're gonna bust some myths. Let's do
Let's
it.
bust them. All right, so is there a tunnel from the bunker to George's Island? Oh, wait.
Wait.
We have a different question up on
There's
the
a different
screen.
question?
Okay, what actions?
erase.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never mind that
What
one.
actions does the bunker?
Take in the event of a fire. That's you.
That's me.
That's you.
So this is not the official response. So let's just say that in the event of a fire, we run like hell.
Sounds
Well,
good.
okay, good news is that the bunker actually was designed in a way that, so the way the bunker is designed is actually like a submarine. So if there is a fire in a certain section of the bunker, it's 64,000 square feet, so it's massive, right?
Yeah.
So it's actually got multiple zones, and it's been designed in such a way that if there is a fire in one section, then it'll actually shut off that entire section from air, so that the fire itself would be contained to that section. That's one of the features of this place, which is really cool. And of course, that's what you want to have in the event that you do have an underground bunker. You don't want it all in a single space where if a fire breaks out, you're dead.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. So this place is designed in such a way it has multiple zones. In the event of a fire, of course, we are connected to the fire department, so they would know that there's a fire.
Which
and-
I actually know because when I first got hired, they're like, don't press any buttons on the control panel. But then they're like, oh, there's a couple you can press to show your tour people. So I pressed one, didn't it happen to be the wrong one? And didn't the fire department call? And they're like, who pressed that button? And I'm like, it's like my second day here.
Oh boy. Okay.
Anyways, it still works, so that's good to know.
It works. Good to know. So in the event of fire, get the heck out of the building. But good news is that it's not likely going to go very far.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, good. All right, so next Mythbuster. Was the bunker at one point the Area 51 of Nova Scotia? This is you again.
Was this the Area 51 Nova Scotia? So first, let's take a step back and what is an Area 51? Like what how would you define Area 51? Like did we keep
Are you asking me?
Did we keep aliens here? Did we keep fallen spacecraft in this place?
Who knows? Why don't you bust that myth?
So, truth is, this place was an emergency response headquarters for the region. which means that it was meant for the military and for the government officials to be able to have a nice, safe place to go in the event of nuclear fallout, which is what they were expecting from the Cold War and things like that, right? So the truth is that this place was actually designed for people, not for aliens, unfortunately. So, you know, during the truth is though is that we didn't actually, it never got occupied for that purpose.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of space to, you know, store things here. So yeah, we're the only bunker in this area for the entire Atlantic region, as a matter of fact, that was meant for keeping people safe and sound underground. So whether the government did that or not, I don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did that bust the myth?
Did that bust a myth? Well, whether you believe it or not, I
Yeah.
can't help you.
All right. Is the bunker full of asbestos? This is you again.
Me again. Is the bunker full of asbestos? Okay, so how should I? That's a really complicated question. Truth is, when the bunker was built, they loved asbestos. They built everything with asbestos back in the 1960s because the great thing about asbestos is that it is impossible to burn. Like it is totally flame retardant. So it's really a great material that was used back then, and a lot of things were built in the 1950s and 60s using asbestos. Now, what happened though was that before this place got decommissioned back in the 1990s, there was a huge initiative by the military to remove asbestos, dangerous asbestos, from all the facilities across the military, because the military still had lots of not just bunkers but different buildings that had asbestos in it going all the way back to the 50s.
Yep.
So they did this huge initiative in the 90s to remove dangerous asbestos from the military facilities, including this bunker. So before it got decommissioned, all the dangerous asbestos was removed, right? So they remediated it,
Yeah.
right? Now, so the bunker is not full of asbestos, but what we did find is that there's another type, like there's other types of materials that use asbestos, but it's not the dangerous kind that everybody thinks about, like the fuzzy stuff that we see here, right? So that was removed, okay? But the stuff that's like baked into like floor tiles and things like that, we had to deal with that, right? So, and there was also fireboards all along the walls, and things like that. All this kind of stuff that it could have stayed there forever if you wanted to, and it wouldn't have been dangerous.
Unless it was like punctured or.
Unless you really like, it's not even if it's punctured, like if you use power tools on it.
Okay.
You know, and things like that, and then you'd have to like literally like get that airborne, and it's like, you know, that this place has a huge air system, right? So like the air that moves in here is like a giant wind tunnel, so it would just be out of here, you know? So we remediated most of the secondary asbestos out of the building. There's practically none left now. I think we have one small section left that we just haven't gotten to, but all the places that the public comes to, all the places that are used actively, we've taken out, even the other stuff.
Yeah.
You know, because my attitude was, let's get that done while we're doing all the other renovations to update things. Because then if we have to do it again, it's just going to interrupt with things. So we just got it all done. So yeah, it's not filled with asbestos. That's the
Bottom
too
line.
long to listen version.
So, can the bunker protect you from a nuclear war today? Again, you.
Why can't you answer that?
I have questions coming up. Don't worry.
Well, okay, can you protect from a nuclear war today? The answer is yes, it can. Yes. We've actually taken extra measures to ensure that we actually had the capabilities of the facility to protect in the event of chemical, biological, and nuclear. So we, rather than dismantling some of the systems to like the way that have happened to other bunkers, we've actually fixed them and have them operating. So we have all our systems are still using pneumatic sensory systems within it to control it, something you need. We've got the ability to be able to filter our air. We've got the air systems. We've got backup generators. We've got all that stuff to be able to survive a big nuclear war.
But we couldn't survive a direct hit.
So, isn't that one of the other questions?
I think that was the question.
Yeah, could yeah. So look, you jumped the question.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So-
this is mine.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. So
I'll do this.
you do it.
So, could the bunker withstand a direct nuclear strike? No, it could not. So,
Why? Why not?
well, the bunker was built in Debert and not Halifax. They figured, well, Canada wasn't really part of the Cold War anyways.
That's what they want you to think. Yeah.
So if they figured if Nova Scotia was to get hit, they would hit Halifax. So they wanted to build the bunker close enough but far enough away that you could still be protected but get here quick enough to be able to survive.
And
It could withstand a hit from about 60 miles away.
a hit from 60 miles.
Yeah, that's what we researched
No,
it.
it's no even closer actually.
Well, 60 kilometers. Was it?
If the airport.
Barely.
Yeah.
What was it? We looked it up.
If the airport got hit, we'd be okay.
Oh, 60 miles to 100. So, like, the direct effect of a blast can cause severe burns up to 60 miles away. So we can only assume that maybe 60 miles or further we could withstand a hit, but anything closer than that, probably not.
That's not true. That's not true.
Mythbuster wasn't
That's not true.
busted.
No.
For the bunker and tarp, they could withstand a hit from 1.8 kilometers, and I'm not sure if that applies to ours or not.
Yeah, it
So
does.
the Carp bunker in Ontario could withstand a hit from 1.8 kilometers.
1.8 kilometers. So what I've always basically, if you were to bomb the airport,
Right.
which is just down there, right? If you bomb the airport,
About 60 kilometers.
right,
The airport.
we would feel a rumble, but we would survive. But then it also depends on the megaton. Like that there, I think that would be trouble.
Right. And honestly, nowadays, they could probably pinpoint a direct hit anywhere from like a space this big now.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So what happened was back in the day, okay, when they used to do nukes,
Yeah.
what they would do is they would fly over and they would just kind of like look out and then just kind of whoop, like drop it out of the plane.
They didn't
and
know
away it
where
goes.
exactly it was going
And
to
they
hit.
would hope, they would like, do their best to try to hit the target, but it was really poor,
Mm-hmm.
right? Same thing with missile guidance systems and things like that. They weren't really, yeah. So
But now they can.
now, and that's what's funny though, is that in the 1950s, that was the situation. But in the 1960s, by the time this place got built, they had created ICBMs
Mm-hmm.
that could make a direct hit, and that was by the time this place was commissioned, making this place completely obsolete. By the time the government built it, that's what we get for our tax dollars.
That's
is
crazy.
a government that creates bunkers across
So
the country that can't even help.
After 5 years of taking time to build this,
Yeah.
it wasn't even up to date when it was done.
Yeah. And it actually, it wouldn't have helped anybody because guess what? If they knew exactly where to hit,
Yeah.
they'd all be dead.
Right.
Right? So
Good.
it's just useless. So that's, this taxpayer dollars, hard at work. So it's what happens.
Yeah.
So-
All right. So next myth, Busta, is the bunker haunted? Well, I don't know if we'll be busting this myth, but so we had some paranormal activity people come in, and I was here till about 3:30 in the morning. We did hear some weird noises, and I had every single light shut off in here. It was super creepy, and it is always super creepy when you're by yourself. And the maintenance people that were working here said that they always heard doors close. They always heard footsteps or noises, and I've been in here alone, but I don't know if it's in my head or if it's, I don't know. Do you have any input on this? You've been here longer than me.
So the Colchester County Paranormal Society
Yep.
is the name of the group.
Yep.
And there were two of them. There were 2 times they came here to do a ghost
One was
hunt.
the Eastlink Ghost Hunters, so.
No, CCP.
Oh, they
CCPS
came twice. And then we had another
Yeah.
one come.
So we
Okay.
came one time. The first time they came, there was all kinds of weird things that they found. The second time they came, they brought a group of people to experience a ghost hunt in the bunker, right? So these were amateurs, and they're walking around, and they're just freaked out everywhere. I remember specifically Justin, one of our techs here that takes care of this place.
Yeah.
He actually made one of them mad. Yeah.
Right. I do remember hearing that.
He was he walked into this room where we play laser tag, as a matter of fact. It was there that it happened. He walks into there. We didn't have laser tag at the time. He walks into that room, and he's standing there, and and someone says, "There's a presence here," and so Justin decides to ask him, "Are you here?" And the guy says, "Yeah, there's somebody here," and he says, "Do you have authorization to be here?" And the guy goes, "He's really mad now." He's like, "I think you made him upset." He's like, so
Creepy.
Justin is just like, so by asking this entity if he was authorized to be there, it just like, he pissed him off.
Yeah.
Right? So leave it to Justin to do that, So Justin. So anyways, the rest of the time was really interesting. People had, creepy things, and, they felt like their neck was tingling and things like that. And I didn't see anything. They had all kinds of like lights flash everywhere. And then that one time we did have Eastlink.
Yeah, there's actually a show.
There's a show.
Yeah.
We did Eastlink. We had Eastlink come here.
Yeah.
What was the name of the show again?
I think Ghost Hunters.
Ghost Hunters?
I think.
That's original. So we had the Ghost Hunters here, and they did a thing, and they said they saw something creepy in a room, but I really think it was just a shadow.
Yeah, I was here for that. Justin was here one night.
That's where we had the painting, right? And they're like, "I saw a figure." It's like,
Yes.
there's a painting of a figure in that room.
Right. Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Still creepy, especially when you're
Yeah.
by yourself. What does that go? It is.
It is.
Why does it say it is?
What?
On the screen, it pops up. Okay.
So-
Was there a morgue inside the bunker?
So
Yes.
dead bodies in here?
Not dead bodies, but a morgue.
A morgue, yes, there is a morgue. As a matter of fact, because what are you going to do in a fallout situation
If somebody dies.
where if somebody dies, you can't open the door and just out you go,
Nope.
because you'll kill yourself doing it, right? So what do? You build the place with a morgue. And as a matter of fact, fun fact, it's the same place you would store the meat. So you would simply put him in the locker next to all your frozen goods for meat that you would have here. And so we have a locker that doubles up as literally a meat locker of dead bodies. So yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Do we still have an employee that worked in the bunker while it was still operational? Negative. We have had some guests come in for tours. We've had people contact us that used to work here, and they give us their input or their expertise. Even some people that were here before them will say that there were 7 floors. I swear there was an elevator, but we'll get to that again in a second. So no, there's nobody that worked here now that used to work here when it was operational. Busted. Would the Prime Minister stay in the bunker? No, the Prime Minister would not stay in the bunker, but the Premier would. So the Prime Minister would have stayed at the Carp bunker in Ontario, but the Premier would come here. He had his own little section of the bunker, and it was the nicest section of the bunker at the time.
Private toilets.
Private toilets.
Private
it's like a
toilet
little
and
maze
shower.
in there, really, like in
Yeah.
the Premier's quarters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the Premier's quarters was designed in such a way that his secretaries would have lots of space,
Yeah,
and he'd be right next to Lieutenant Commander.
yeah.
So there's a Premier and Lieutenant Commander all in the same zone, and they share a private washroom. It's the only place that has a private washroom.
Yep.
Right? So it's because their stuff's special.
Yeah, I think there's like 2 washrooms in there though too.
2 washrooms.
There's 2 toilets. There's
There's
2.
only 1 stall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's a shower room.
There's a shower.
Yeah.
Private
Okay.
shower. But there is 2 sinks
Yes.
for shaving and stuff.
Okay.
That's what they have.
Yeah.
So they each get their own private sinks. Taxpayer dollars. Yeah. There you go.
All right. So the next one is: does the bunker have 7 floors?
Does it have 7 floors? Well, does it have 7 floors? So we have had a number of people who used to work here in the early days of the bunker come here and explain to us about the 7 floors below.
7.
So
Several.
it's something we don't really like to talk about too much, honestly. Only because, what the heck is that? You're messing up our stream. Yeah. So the truth is that the facility What we have access to is 2.5 floors. 2.5, technically. So, 7 floors, we really don't have access to the 7 floors. So that's myth busted.
Whether there was 7 floors or not, we do not have access to it.
We simply can't confirm or deny the existence of these 7 floors at this time. At this time. Yeah, so we're gonna have to say 2.5. So I guess it's hard to say. I mean, it could change in the future. So is it a myth busted or
I've gone
confirmed?
searching for like new like wall tiles and stuff where they could have like, I don't know.
We have had, I mean, the people we've had come in here,
Yeah.
like they could tell us exactly where the elevators were.
Yeah.
Exactly where they accessed the other floors. Like exactly.
I believe there's tunnels too.
It,
Wait, I think that's our one. I just keep spoiling it.
let's move along.
Next question.
Okay, let's move along.
So do you guys know if there's a tunnel to George's Island? from
Right.
here?
Is there a tunnel to George's Island?
George's Island Tunnel.
The George's Island Tunnel. So,
I heard there was a tunnel from here to like the airport because the airport's just right over there. And I heard that the premier would fly in, he'd get off his plane, get into the ground, go under the tunnel. Obviously not a crawling tunnel, like a walking tunnel, and he would get to the bunker that way. That way there was no walking on land once he landed in the airfield.
right.
But again, I've looked for like bricks, like fresh new bricks and stuff, and I haven't found any, so.
So, once
But
again,
it can't not be true. That's my thing. Like, it was the military. It was top secret. They wanted to keep some stuff top secret.
what if the tunnels are in the 7th floor?
Maybe that's why we can't find it.
Maybe that's why we can't find it. What if they're in the floors that we can't access yet?
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah.
So, whether or not we have floors that like whether we have access to tunnels or not, again, we can't really confirm or deny the existence of these tunnels. At present, we are not able to find any tunnels. So,
Yeah.
I think
Or
that
floors.
or yeah. So the thing is that when it comes to bunkers, the first thing people think about is like these, like they think about what they see in the movies, and there's always like every single war movie there, like where there's bunkers, there's always like this like maze of tunnels that people go through before they get there, right?
Yes.
So immediately when people think of a bunker, they're like, oh, there must be an underground tunnel to get there, right? Truth is that when this was operational, the plan the military had, or the government had, was they would know when they're about to get nuked. So
They'd have
everybody
time
would
to
just
come.
hightail out of here and or hightail out of Halifax, drive out here, and
Yeah.
while Halifax got nuked, they'd be getting into their nice safe bunker here,
Okay.
right? So truth be told, they didn't need underground, tunnels to do that.
Right.
But there is some pretty weird things around DeBert when you go hunting. You find all these like weird.
Yeah, I've actually heard somebody like found like a manhole kind of thing in a field, like somewhere's out back here, and it was
Yeah.
a tunnel supposedly.
Yeah,
So, I
Yeah.
mean, that kind of goes back to what we were just talking about. But
true.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so that's the last of our Mythbusters, I think. Is it?
Is it?
Yep. So
All right.
I guess we'll go on to say, does anybody have any questions? But there is one question already here that was asked way back when.
We're going to the honorable chat. We're going to answer your questions. If you have questions, if you've been holding out, if you're wondering about some of the stuff we talked about, feel free to post a message now in the chat,
Yeah.
and
We'll get to it.
we'll get to it. Let's talk about it.
So we were talking about the bunker, and somebody said, what year did the bunker close? I think they mean like, what year did the military leave the bunker?
Oh, okay. Technically, it was decommissioned in, do you know the date?
1995?
I thought it was 96.
95.
95?
Yeah.
Where did I get 96 from then?
That's what we used to say, but then we did research and we found out it was 95.
Aha.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when did they actually like leave?
I know that the cadets were in here for a bit. So do you mean like before that or after that?
It was decommissioned basically in 95.
Yeah.
But they were still
Here?
some military presence here and things like that.
Yeah.
They didn't really bug out until about 2000.
2000, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the cadets came in, they would stay overnight, which
Yeah.
we know about that because they'd have all the stuff written on the lockers and stuff, like 3 more
Graffiti.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Little rascals.
it was open to the Historic Society, Canadian Historic Society after that.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, other way around. But
Other way around. It was open to the Historic Society.
either way,
first.
the military was completely out of here by the year 2000, and they left in 1995.
Okay. There you have it. Person in chat. Why don't you say their name?
Colleen.
Colleen. Thank you.
Somebody says, you can breathe radioactive air, just not for too long.
Well, how about you demonstrate that for us and let us know how long?
All right, and that's pretty well, that was the only question that was asked so far. People did make comments about us seeing that meme about our faces on the thing.
Oh, they
Mythbuster faces.
They like our Mythbuster faces?
Yeah.
Okay. What are they
Yeah.
making? What are they saying?
Oh my gosh, John and Kelly, Mythbuster faces. And then Penny says, Kelly plus gas mask equals
Oh, that's so mean. Okay.
Penny. All right, so that's it for questions. We know they are delayed a little bit. So I guess we'll wait a couple more minutes in case last time somebody asked a question, but we were already gone.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about our next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Our next we are actually doing something at 3 p.m. today.
Oh, right. Yeah, we're going to Fortnite. Yeah. So Fortnite's having an event today where it's another event for their upcoming season 2. So that's going to be very exciting, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure the whole place will be flooded. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen.
Jonathan's playing.
I'm going to be playing, so you'll get to check out some skills from me. If you want to friend me on Fortnite, my username is NeoBunker. I am NeoBunker. So Neo Bunker. And so I'll be playing. I'll be in the event. We'll be broadcasting live, and we'll be basically having a live, what's it called?
Stream.
Stream part. Well, it's a live stream.
What's it called?
Viewing party.
No. What's it called on Facebook? What are those party things called? Watch party.
Watch party.
Watch
Yeah,
party.
watch party. So we'll be having a watch party for the Fortnite event.
Yep.
That's happening at 3 o'clock today. So if you want to join us, you're welcome. If you're all Fortnite fans out there, an important part about being prepared is being able to be entertained, right? So you got to play the games. If you can play the games, play to win. So I'm NeoBunker. Again, if you want to friend me on Facebook, I will friend you.
NeoBunker. NeoBunker.
The new bunker. NeoBunker.
Friend him up.
Yeah. So that should be fun.
Yeah.
It's just a fun thing, so it's not going to be anything too serious, and that should be good.
Yep.
And we'll be doing it at 3 o'clock. And then tomorrow, or no, not tomorrow, sorry, Wednesday. What are we doing?
What are we doing Wednesday?
Oh my gosh.
Finance.
Yeah, the money. Yeah. So we'll be doing a show about finance and about being prepared for finance.
Yeah.
Are there any questions right now?
No questions.
No questions. Okay, so that means we're awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've already
because
answered all your questions.
We've answered every question you could possibly have.
We must explain things well.
So let's reel this back in, right? Let's get real for a moment, okay? So we talked about busting myths.
Yeah.
Okay. So how does this relate to being prepared? Let me tell you. One of the most difficult things that we've been dealing with in terms of being prepared for everything that's happened over the last little while has been our ability to be able to understand what's real and what's false.
Right.
Right?
Right.
What's myth and what's fact.
Yeah.
Right? So of all the things that we just shared in this show today, do our viewers know how much was true and how much was false?
They do now.
Do they? Was everything we shared actually
Clear?
the truth?
Yes. No.
Yeah. So
Yes. Yeah.
we sat here and we shared all kinds of information, but
Yeah.
whether the information is true or not is completely up to us,
Right.
right? And so there's like, unless somebody out there decided to go and cross-check everything that we talked about, they're not going to know that some of the things that we shared are actually not true,
Right.
right? So it's very easy to be able to, it's very difficult in this day and age to be able to have the discernment to be able to judge what we're seeing as being true or what's being false,
Right.
right? So one of the first
Everyone has
principle-
their own opinion.
Yeah, but it's not just about opinion. It's about being able to make opinions based on facts.
Facts,
right?
yeah.
Or make opinions based on myth,
Right.
right?
So we should have experts come in.
Yeah, we should have some subject matter experts to come in
Yeah.
to help us along. But this lends back to the very first principle of being prepared,
Yep.
which is independently investigate your truth,
Right.
right? Don't just take what you hear as the truth from whoever it is. Cross-check, find out for yourself, right? And always be ready to accept that the information you have today
Yeah.
isn't the right information tomorrow,
Right.
right? So because that first aid kit that I was sharing with all of you, we didn't find it in the vault.
No.
Nope. I bought it on eBay. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I bought it on eBay. That's all I did, and there's no hokey story about that or anything like that. I bought it on eBay because it was something I wanted to have for display as part of the bunker for everybody who came here, so they could see a piece of history.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So so if I didn't share that now, you really wouldn't know until you talk to somebody else and go, oh no, that wasn't here.
Yeah. Y'all would have thought that
Yeah.
was here, like we just told you,
Yeah.
but it's not.
That's not. So when it comes to being prepared, first principle, independently investigate the truth.
Fact checked.
Fact check your facts and be prepared to know that what you know today may not be may not actually be the whole truth. So be flexible enough that you can be able to take in new information and be able to develop new opinions.
Right. I think that's a huge part is people are really set in their own thoughts and their own ways and what they truly believe. A lot of people don't have open minds nowadays, but like you said, things change. So what you know today might not be the same as what you know tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah, but everyone needs to keep an open mind about everything because it all changes quickly.
That's how you're going to survive.
Yeah.
Right? If you are operating on, the same thing happens on, military. They are constantly looking for new intelligence so
Right.
that they be able to take new actions, right? Because if they, you see in the movies all the time, they operate on, they plan this entire operation based on intelligence they received from their secret spy. And then they go about doing it, but then guess what? Turns out there's more information now,
Yep.
right? And suddenly it's like, now everybody's gonna die. Right? It happens in real life.
Right.
That's just the way life is, right?
Yep.
Things are changing. There's always more information. And as long as you can be open enough to be able to understand that what you actually know may not be right,
Yeah.
so there may be new information that may change your worldview or even may change your current status of your situation, then you got to pay attention to that. You have to be searching for the truth, always searching for the truth. Don't assume you know what's going on,
Right.
right?
Don't assume.
Don't assume, because what's the first 2-3 words in
You'll
assume?
make an ass out of you and
Makes
me.
an ass out of you and me. That's right. Right? I love that one.
It's a good one.
So yeah. Have there any other questions?
Nope, no questions.
No questions.
We can probably finish her off.
We knocked this out of the park. So first principle is be prepared. Search, independently investigate the truth for yourself. Number one, principle one. Be sure to come in for our financial show
Wednesday at 12:30 ADT. Atlantic
12:30
Daylight Time.
Atlantic Daylight Time. We're going to be talking about finance as the topic that day, and we'll be dropping some bombs.
I'll
of
be
truth.
learning about some
Yeah.
finance.
We'll be learning. Yeah, we'll be learning. And if you are in the finance world and you would like to join us on our show, we are looking for subject matter experts in the field to be able to join us to talk about ways that you can be better prepared for finance. Because I'm pretty sure right about now, everybody's pretty screwed. Yes. I
Let's
think
not be.
Let's not be, yeah, because I think we got totally caught off guard in this whole situation, and suddenly everyone's like investments and everything, and they're just going like that. So let's change that. Let's get it so that you can be prepared, if not for what's coming next, at least be able to make moves now to better your situation that you may not be aware is coming down the road in a few months.
Right.
So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to, we may not have a subject matter expert on the show yet, but we
They will
are going to
come.
be having more shows talking about finance, more shows talking about how to investigate the truth, and we're going to continue to delve into these things so that you can be prepared.
Yeah.
All right.
We will
So
all be prepared.
we will all be prepared. Yeah, we'll be the last ones remaining here at the bunker. So, anyways, that's our show for today.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Kelly.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody who tuned in to be live and part of our chats. We appreciate everybody joining us. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to share, because sharing is caring. You're helping everyone to be able to survive just as well as you. So make sure that you share this stream with everyone. And
We will see
tune
you
in
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
12:30.
Yeah.